Hello everybody,
everyone,
and welcome to
Costa Rica.
We have spent the last 2 weeks exploring the gorgeous country of Costa Rica. We flew into San Jose airport, and because our flight got in super late, we ended up staying there for one night before we headed off to La Fortuna. Is a really small town, but with so much things to do and so much to see. It has so much to offer. There's so many gorgeous restaurants and cafes in the town, and we did so many really exciting tours. You're pretty much guaranteed to see so many diverse wildlife throughout your time in Costa Rica. We ended up seeing toucans, sloths, snakes, you name it. We've seen so many animals during our time here. We did a rainforest walk to go see sloths, which was really good. I'd highly recommend. We did it with a guide, and he ends up bringing like a telescope so you can see high up into the trees, and they can pinpoint sloths because sometimes you might not even know that they're there.
We also did a coffee plant tour. So we went into the same rainforest and they showed us how they grow the plants and how they take the berries from the plants and get the coffee beans out of them. And then they went through the process of roasting and grinding and basically bringing it to what we have as a cup of coffee.
Yeah, and you see the amount of work that's involved from getting it to the plant stage to when it's in your cup of coffee.
But they did the same thing then for chocolate. So we got to try all these different chocolates that were, some of them were nearly 100% cocoa, and God, they were so strong. But then some of them, they got lighter and lighter, kind of to what you'd have like dairy milk chocolate at home. So that was a really fun process because we love chocolate.
We love chocolate. We also did a night tour through the rainforest one evening with a guide, and it's really good. I'd highly recommend. You get to see so many nocturnal animals and insects that you would not see on your day-to-day. We are going on a nighttime walk through the rainforest in La Fortuna in Costa Rica. You can probably hear a lot of the animals making noise. That we have to wear long trousers. That's fine. In case there's snakes. Luke, on the other hand, a snake is going to run up his leg and up his shorts.
There's a snake
in his shorts! But basically we're going to see all the nocturnal animals. You can start to hearing them chat now.
Yeah, this is also where there was a bat flying around here. Secondly, I was around the bat highway. So you're going to
see a scary
I'm terrified. Pretty much everything scary comes out at night. So you have all the spiders. We saw a tarantula, which is amazing. It's so cool looking, so different than we see at home. We saw loads of different spiders. We saw little, like all types of poisonous frogs. And we actually saw a massive rattlesnake, was it?
Python, I think.
It was a python, yeah. God, it was so creepy. It was watching the whole tour group going by, and oh my God, it was so cool. Like literally everything that wants to kill you comes out at night.
Yeah, which is insane. If you're going to do that tour, be careful where you step. We stayed in La Fortuna for a couple of nights before we headed off to one of our favourite places, Monteverde. Monteverde is a town high up in the rainforest of Costa Rica. So we got a bus, and the bus can be a little bit tricky, but once you book it online it's fine. All the tour groups know exactly what they're doing. You get a bus, a boat, and then another bus, and then it brings you straight to Monteverde. We stayed in the Salina hostel.
It was a lovely hostel, but we'll tell you about a very interesting experience that we had while we were there. really loved the weather, the temperature and everything when we first arrived. It was very like home.
Yeah, very similar to Ireland temperature.
Yeah.
So we fitted right in. We got to put our cozy jumpers on, so we felt really
Yeah.
good. The Selena hostel was beautiful. It had jacuzzis that we could use on site, which was really nice. So when we checked in, we were like, oh my god, this is paradise. It was a really like luxury hostel to stay in.
Very interesting when we were staying there. So we stayed there for 4 nights, and I think it was basically 2 out of the 4 nights there was no power because of a massive storm that hit Monteverde at the time. All the power lines went down, and because we're up in the mountain, like we stood no chance of getting any power. So it was mad.
So when we first arrived in Monteverde, we wanted to chill for the rest of the evening once we saw how amazing our hostel was. So we just got a bite to eat before going on a crazy day the next day. We booked this incredible tour the following day, and if you are adrenaline seekers, we would highly recommend you do this tour. What's it called?
It's
Canopy tour?
Canopy tour, yeah. It's in Extreme Park, and basically they just collect you. They bring you out to all the zip lines that they have. I think it's the longest zip line in Costa Rica.
In Central America, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
So it goes on for like over 1 kilometer.
I've never done anything like this before in my life. I'm gonna shit myself, and I am so worried in case we die. But anyway, this is our new outfit check. Styling. These are actually really heavy, these things. Woo! Work it. Legs out again.
So good. There you go.
And you get incredible views. It's really scary the first like 2 zip lines, and then I think you just kind of get the hang of it. You start flying through them all, but I think there's like 8 zip lines that you do in total altogether. And then we also decided to do the Tarzan swing.
Oh, that was crazy.
Guys, you have to do it. You have to do it. Like, honestly, I'm the biggest scaredy cat. Luke was so shocked that I did it. He couldn't believe it.
The last time we went away, we said that we'd love to do like skydiving or something like that, some big adrenaline thing, but it never worked out. And then when we saw that they had this Tarzan swing, we were like, that is going to be our big adrenaline for this trip. Oh my god, did it deliver. Even I was trying to keep it together, like, you know, like thinking that I would show Kira how masculine I was, but I swear to god, like as soon as I was standing up there and they dropped the floor and you're gone, like you're hanging on for dear life. It's so funny because I was trying to film myself, so I know that the back of my phone has a better camera, so I spun the phone around like that and I had it all set up, and I was actually recording the whole pre-experience, and I was just as the floor was dropping and I was just suspended there and the yoke dropped. I just held onto the rope and I turned off the camera. I couldn't believe it, like, because you would have got the best view of my face. There's a little bit of my face, but you don't get the whole thing.
We'll put it in here.
Yeah.
We also did a zip line in the Superman position, which is basically you lie on your front and you put your arms out, like, and your legs are tied up behind you, and you literally go across the zip line like a bird, flat on your tummy, and it's the most incredible experience ever. You feel like you're flying, you feel like a bird. Once in a lifetime opportunity to go over a zip line across the rainforest. It's so amazing.
But the one thing people were saying was that if you went later in the day, the fog might come in and it might like change your experience a bit. You mightn't get to see as much, it mightn't be as clear. But we were so lucky because when we went, there was no rain, there was no fog, we just got to see everything. And in fairness, like when we left, it started lashing rain. So I'd say the group after us just got washed out and it started raining for the next, I'd say, 2 days. And that's where the next part of the story gets a bit interesting. When the rain came in, it came in very heavy, and like that's where everything in our accommodation changed. So when we got back to where we were, all the power was gone. We were meant to be gone the next day, but it turned out there was a big thunderstorm and one of the bridges had collapsed near where we were, and we were kind of thinking like, oh my god, we're gonna have to get something to eat, because time was ticking on and we were kind of getting hungry in the evening, and it was pitch black as well. There was no emergency lighting or anything like that, so we were using our phone torch, but we were trying to make sure our phones wouldn't die. Unfortunately, a lot of people's houses had washed away, there was landslides, there was loads of catastrophic things happened. But anyway, we ended up staying an extra night, and we checked out the next day and luckily got back safely.
And they're calling it a cyclone, and unfortunately we just got hit with it the time that we were in Monteverde, so we didn't get to see much more of Monteverde, but we are so glad that we got the zip lining and the canopy tour just in time, just before that afternoon, before the rain was coming in. We ordered a bus online to bring us from Monteverde to our next destination, which was Jaco. We were wanting to go to Puerto Viejo and also Santa Teresa, but unfortunately our time was coming a little bit too close before our flights were going to our next country. But definitely would recommend those two places because we heard they're supposed to be absolutely beautiful. But of course we wanted to see the coast of Costa Rica, so we went to Jaco.
We spent about 2 nights in Jaco and then we went back to San Jose. But the 2 nights that we spent there were lovely. We also stayed in the Selena hostel again. We were basically right onto the beach, so it was a lovely hostel. We got recommended from people that we had met travelling before about this hostel. So the beach is lovely. They do all kind of surf lessons and horse riding and stuff like that. We had to say, like the 2 of us were saying after it, like it was 100% one of the most beautiful countries we've ever been to.
Oh, we already cannot wait to go back to Costa Rica. It is absolutely stunning. There is so much wildlife. The place just seems so protected. Like they're so proud of all the wildlife that they have, and they really protect them, which is so important. So guys, thank you so much for watching our video on Costa Rica. We hope you enjoyed. We had the most amazing time exploring this country, and we already cannot wait to come back. And the next country we're going to is Colombia! We cannot wait to bring you guys along with us.
Don't forget to hit the like button and headbutt the subscribe.
Please subscribe to our channel. It means the world to us, and we are so happy to have you all following along this incredible journey with us. See you next time. Bye.
Pura vida!